Girlies, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Alicia Gogan if you are new, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe because I want you to stick around. Today, girlies, we are going to talk about how you can change your relationship with money. Now, this is something that took me a long time to, I don't want to say master, because I think that I'm always learning new ways to have a better relationship with money, but these are just tips that I have learned on the way. I've invested a lot of money in learning about money. I've also just, I've had a really bad relationship with money for a long time. I came from no money at all, all of these things. So we're gonna talk about a few ways in which that you can kind of learn how to think about money differently, and then the mental shifts that you can make, and also some practical tips for you guys as well, so that you can just be better with your money, because I want you to be good with your money. I want you to have a lot of money. I want you to understand how to manifest more money into your life. I want you to live the life of your dreams. If you're on this channel, then you know that you can level up. So let's talk about it. First, we need to look at money as a frequency. Now, you're gonna really have to do your own research in the type of things that I believe in, but I believe in the law of attraction, the universe, and I believe in energetics. So I believe that everything is a form of energy. And so with that belief, if you're believing that same thing, money is just a form of frequency. It's an energy frequency. If you want to understand more about energetics, then you should look into quantum physics. It's kind of confusing AF sometimes. So anyways, money comes and goes. Money is just an energy frequency. So if you understand the law of attraction, that like attracts like, and you create the reality that you think up first in your head, and then you're feeling in your body, and then you're creating your reality, all of these things, then you can do a lot with this. You can understand that you can bring in a lot of abundance depending on your energy state, depending on the thoughts that you think and the actions that you take in your life. And I have learned that a lot, because I have not been somebody who has been brought up with a lot of money, nor did my parents teach me about these things. I had to learn them on my own, and I had to actually do a lot of trial and error and spend a lot of money and get in debt and pay things off and do all these things. And the things that kind of allowed me to bring abundance in my life and to change this energy frequency to come into my life as receiving, I had to change my energy frequency. And to change your energy frequency, you have to kind of change your mindset. So we're gonna talk about a few of those things. And you wanna think about money this way too, is there is an infinite amount of money in this world. There truly is. If you think about influencers who make bank off of nothing, if you think, or not nothing, but whatever, or celebrities, the amount of money and wealth that there is in this life, I personally think there's a few things in this that I'll talk about as to why you can get that type of wealth, but also if you think about, some people can work super hard in their life, and I'm sure you know this, people who are just such good people, and they work so hard, and they do not have a lot of wealth, they do not have a lot of money. And I really do believe that it comes down to your mental, which is connected to your physical in that energy frequency state, but also of course some of the practical things that you're taking in your day-to-day to help you feel safe, and to create these channels to allow money to flow into yourself. So I think that we create a lot of stories in our head about money and how much money there is available to us and how we can get them. And when we have this limited thinking about money, we are closing all opportunities for the universe to bring us more abundance and more money. And so I think it's really important to destruct some of these things that we're thinking about money in order to allow it to flow in, because it's you're not gonna get a bunch of money flowing into yourself if you have all of these mental blocks around you. So let's talk about some of these mental things. I think the first thing that you need to do is to explore your own relationship with money. For me personally, I was somebody who only looked at money in a way that was going to make me feel safe. And in the sense that I wasn't already safe. So I was focusing a lot on all the ways in which I was unsafe and how money was going to be my answer. And in doing that, I did a lot of things out of fear to feel safe, but I pursued a lot of jobs and opportunities and things in my life that would just bring me this money, and so that I could feel safe. And the whole time though, I was operating out of this scarcity and fear. And the more that you're in this vibration of scarcity and fear, this lack, you're not going to be able to open up channels of bringing in money to make you feel safe, which is actually an illusion, really and truly. But you have to understand like your relationship with money, but also like your energetic state as a being. If you are operating out of fear and scarcity and lack, like if you believe in the law of attraction, you're only going to attract more of these things that are going to create this reality that you're currently in, this energetic state. And so it's really important to kind of assess where you're at right now. Most likely if you're watching this video, you're probably in that type of mindset or scarcity mindset, which also leads into my next thing, which is to give yourself compassion if you are in this state. Like I was in this state for so long of just thinking like, okay, like how can I make money and survive and live and pay my bills and this, that, and like I started to do everything operating from this place of fear. And that's really to give yourself some compassion, because there's a part within you that feels that it's unsafe, that it needs to go into this masculine of like, I need to figure out how to make this money so that I can feel safe. Like you're just doing this out of survival. But the problem is when you're in this kind of state, you are focusing on what you don't have. And the more you focus on what you do not have in your life, the more you create more of that. And it's really hard to not do that, because you live in this reality right now that you have no money, let's say, you know, like you're broke, you have bad spending habits, and like you just like, you don't know what you're doing with your life, and like whatever your circumstance is, you see this as your reality and you take this as your truth. And so when you see what's going on in reality, you get reaffirmed. Yep, I'm broke, I have no money, like I need to make more money, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, like the economy's messed up, like all of these stories that you're creating in your head based off of your reality. And the more that you focus on your current reality of the lack, of the things that you don't want in your life, you're only going to create more of those things. This is why sometimes law of attraction and manifesting, it can be kind of hard, because people are like, how am I supposed to not focus on the things that are right in front of me? Like, this is my truth. Like, what do you mean, Alicia? Like, I don't have money, so like how can I not focus on not having no money when I don't have any money? But that's like, in terms of the law of attraction, like you can't keep focusing on the things that you don't have. You have to start focusing on the things that you do have to create this energetic frequency of abundance, of not scarcity, of not lack. And once you start to get more in this vibration here, your reality will start to change. And so this is where a gratitude list is very beneficial, because when you make a gratitude list, you are getting in an energy frequency of the things that are going good in your life right now, and you're taking your attention away from lack. You don't want to be in a mindset of lack. If you focus on the fact that you're not making money, you're literally not doing anything but just creating more experiences where you're not going to make money. Like we need to know that, and we need to not like get into that energy state. So doing gratitude lists, sometimes people don't understand it, but like really and truly what that gratitude list is doing for you is you're focusing on the things that you do have to get that vibration. You're staying in that positive vibration, because the more that you stay into that positive vibration, the more that you're going to be attracting and bringing better things into your life. You're going to be attracting things that are on that level versus attracting negative, low vibe, lack, scarcity things in your life. And another thing that is really important that you do is you need to start to get into alignment with the things that make you feel good in your life. So whether that is like you're hanging around with people that make you feel good, or you're creating content that you like to create, or you know, you're at a job that you really like and you're passionate about, you're doing a project that you're really inspired and you like to do. Again, this is all about changing your vibrational frequency that you have going on here. The thing that we focus on sometimes is, okay, well, how do I get the money to come? How about you switch your mindset from how to make the money the money is there, the money will come. You need to focus on getting in alignment, because once you're in alignment and you're doing things that you enjoy doing in your life, the money will come, because you're in this energetic frequency of all of your channels are open and the universe can bring you all of this money. And so what we get caught up with is the stories of, okay, well, where is the money going to come from? How is it going to come? When is it going to come? And the more that we focus on those things, it's lack, it's scarcity. You're worrying about things that you don't have yet. You're telling yourself, well, I don't have this money. If you're focusing on oh, when is the money going to come? In that thought, you're in the vibration of I don't have money now. And if we're in the vibration of I don't have money now, that's going to be your reality. And so you really want to focus on being in alignment with the things that are working in your life. So this is not about focusing on money necessarily. It's about what makes me feel good in life, whether that's your hobbies, your career, or people that you're around, like the things that make you feel joyful, and just really trying to change that relationship and the thoughts that you have in your head about the money will come, but you need to be in alignment. This is why I personally believe that influencers and celebrities and just anyone who like really creates a lot of wealth, they're in an energetic frequency that is like, that's their purpose, you know? And whether you think what this influencer is doing is valuable to you, that's a whole nother topic, or like a celebrity that's, you know, that you like or you don't like, it doesn't really matter. What they're pursuing, what they're doing in their life, they're in energetic alignment. And when you're in energetic alignment and you're not worried about the lack and the scarcity, all money starts to attract to you. So it's like, on one hand, I could tell you how to make money online, or I can tell you to focus on the things that you love doing and the money will follow. What energetic state makes you feel the best? It's going to be the things that make you feel lit up in your life versus you only pursuing something because it's going to pay your bills. And I'm not saying that you can't do that, you shouldn't do that. We're going to get into that in a second, but it's to just be very aware of what energy state you're going into when you're pursuing something in your life. And if you are on this side, more so you're pursuing everything out of a place of scarcity and lack, I can guarantee you it hasn't worked for you. It never worked. It never works for me. The moment that I focus on, you know what, I don't know, like it doesn't matter. I don't know when the money's gonna come. I don't know how the money's gonna come. I don't know in what channel or when, whatever the case is. I'm just gonna focus on the things that make me feel good. Only then have I made the most money I've ever made. Like seriously. Okay, so here is some like practical things that you can kind of implement in your day-to-day. So let's first talk about your mindset when it comes to you spending money. So again, this is just a video for you to kind of really start to become aware of how you're feeling towards money and towards the things that you're doing in your life. Are you doing it out of a place of scarcity, out of lack, out of frustration, or are you doing it out of love and joyfulness, and if you're experiencing life and you're feeling abundant when you're doing these things? It's really important that you do that, because then you're going to start to create a new reality. You're going to start to create more situations where you're bringing in more money, you're bringing in different opportunities. So what I like to say is, like, when you're spending your money, how do you feel? Do you feel like there's resistance, like I don't want to spend this money? Are you afraid to spend this money? Do you believe that if you spend this money, you're not going to get it back? That's very good indicators of like where you stand energetically with money, and trying the best that you can moving forward to try and spend your money on things that you will energetically, like you will feel good spending on. So maybe you don't feel good spending money on coffee because in your mind you're like, it's a waste of money. But if you can find some value in actually spending money on coffee, then maybe your energetic state will be a little bit different. Now I'm not telling you to convince yourself to feel good about spending money on coffee, but again, like, start to become aware of your energetic frequency when you're spending money. So like for me, I got a TV recently, and it was like, I think it was like $500, but I had no resistance to spending $500 on this TV because I wanted it so bad. Like I really love it. I'm so happy that I have it. I've been waiting for it, things like that. So it's like, if you find that you're kind of feeling like resistance, or just like, you know, you're feeling like you're wasting your money on things, maybe your spending habits and the things that you are spending money on are not in alignment with what you need and what you want in your life. And if that's the case, then maybe you shouldn't be spending money on these things. Maybe you should be learning how to spend money on things that make you feel lit up, that makes you actually feel like it's worth your money. So I think it's really good that you write out a list of the things that would make you feel really good if you bought these things. And again, it's gonna look different from everyone. Like maybe it's the fact that you have like $100 budget to go buy yourself coffee because like it just like, it gets you in the flow, and like you want to go to a coffee shop and you think that it's really like productive for you to do that, or wherever you want to spend your money. Making a list of things that you feel good about spending your money on, I think is really important. So that way when you go through the day and you're frivolously spending your money on shit, you can tell yourself like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy this coffee because it doesn't make me feel good, and like I feel like it's just not worth my money, and I actually want to use my money on something that does make me feel good. I think that's a really good way to kind of shift your energetics and to not feel so like crappy when you're spending your money. Also, another practical tip I think that that you really should be doing is having some sort of savings, so that you make the part of you that is worried about money safe. I think it's not necessarily smart for us to just, you know, like spend our money however we want and like let's just feel good about everything and this, that, and the third. I think it's important that you create some type of savings so you do feel some type of safety within yourself, especially if you're single, you know, you're a woman and you know, like you don't really have much help from anyone else in your life. I think it's important that you put some money away every single month, so that way you feel content, you feel safe, like I have this money, it's put away, and also now the money that I do have, I'm spending it on things that are important to me. I'm checking into my intuition, I'm checking into my energy state, and I'm feeling good about spending money. And the last thing I think is really important is for you to continue to reprogram your mind and your belief system around money. Now this is just like a very quick video for you to spark your thought process and how it is that you have this relationship with your money, but this is something that I've done. I've learned from so many different people on the internet, really, about how to change my relationship with money. So, I mean, I think all of us kind of start with the law of attraction and learning a lot about it. And so I would suggest that you go on YouTube and watch a lot of Abraham Hicks content when it comes to manifestation and law of attraction, so that you can kind of understand this deeper. And I also think it's really important that you understand your feminine and your masculine energy and how to step more into your feminine energy, because when you're stepped into more of your feminine energy, first of all, you're not in your head so much, you're not stressing about things so much, you're not operating out of a place of scarcity and fear, you are receiving, you're in this flow of life, you're getting in touch with your intuition, but you're also moving in a direction of alignment. And when you do that, you're opening up all of these channels and ways in which people and opportunities and money are going to come to you, and you're not so hyper focused on survival. So I think it's really important that you start to tap more into your feminine energy. I have many videos on that, and I can do more. So let me know in the comments, like specifically what you want to hear more of when it comes to that, because I think that's very, very important. Once again, my camera overheated and I don't remember what I was saying. I was talking about stepping into your feminine energy or tapping into your feminine energy. So I will just say this: stepping into your feminine energy of receiving and not stressing about things in life that you don't have control over helps you get into an energetic state of more receiving, more abundance in the form of money and opportunities and all of these things. So I just think that it's really important that we observe our energetic state towards money and when we spend money, and obviously our spending habits and all of these things, but looking at it from a place of, am I doing things based off of fear and scarcity and lack, or am I pursuing things out of place of alignment and things that make me feel good and I'm joyful and I'm focusing on good positive things in my life? Because these two different energy frequencies will create different results for you. And so I think, you know, doing the gratitude list, focusing on the things that you have right now, not focusing too heavily on the things that you want, because that can get you into a place of what it is that you don't want. So that this kind of definitely just depends, but I think some of those things can definitely help you. Now, I think what I'm going to do is create a mini course on my manifestation techniques that I have used and implemented and like worked through in order to create so much abundance. So I'm thinking about doing that so that I can kind of like really guide you guys through this. This is kind of just like an introductory to, you know, getting you to think more about like, what type of energy state are you in when you're spending this type of money or any type of money that you have, and what it's bringing or not bringing you in your life. So let me know if that's something that you want. Comment down below. Anything I talked about in this video, I can expand on further. We can talk about it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.